In all future calls, press 7. To reject this call, hang up now. You may begin speaking now. How you doing, Storm? Everything is weird these days, but, you know, yesterday, man, I was stressing and just, because I didn't know who he was, first of all, and I was kind of talking in blind at the same time, because I didn't know who I was talking to. It's hard to trust people. People take my words, they twist them, and all I'm trying to do is get out the truth.
Yes.
And that's the only reason I continue talking is because even though I'm in the dark and don't know who I'm talking to, my strength comes from because I'm telling the truth, So I was going to say, man, you mean to tell me a BOP disciplinary hearing officer is going to just wake up one day and say, let me just take a chance on my career, losing my career and going to jail, and just access all of my private phone calls?
It doesn't make sense, because personally I wouldn't risk my career like that.
That's my point. Let me just take a chance and just access R. Kelly's records, private records between him and his girlfriend and his attorney 153 times. Let me do it 153 times. Let me scan that to my own personal Gmail, and then let me send that to a blogger, Tasha K, who happens to know my girlfriend Joycelyn father really good, who happens to know the parents of the government witness in my case. These are not coincidences, man. This is a plan. What plan it is, people have to figure that out for themselves. But it's a plan. Those are too many coincidences. And who's gonna do that? And besides, I'm already going through enough. So I wrote this thing down because I don't want to be scrambling on this phone for my little 15 minutes.
I got you.
And I know my own handwriting, so when people hear me say I wrote this down, I don't want nobody to go, oh, I thought he couldn't write. Well, I can't spell, but I can write. So this is my own handwriting. I said, I'm already going through enough. And the last thing I need is a BOP officer and a blogger illegally stealing and sharing my private phone calls and emails. Between me and my relationship, who just happened to be the government's star witness in my case. They have to stop acting like this didn't happen, or like it's not a big deal, because it's a really big deal. So big that I believe it tainted my case in a lot of ways, which also I believe was the plan, at least when it comes to this BOP officer and Tasha K. Because ask yourself, what other reason would a BOP officer, a disciplinary hearing officer who's like a judge in the prisons, why would they illegally access all of my emails and phone calls? Why? What is the reason to do that? And send that to her own personal Gmail account. Give all of that information to a very influential blogger, Tasha K. Why would Tasha K need to share all of that with government witnesses in my case? Why were they both allowed to get away with it? This happened 4 years ago. This happened around the same time my girl was flipping on me and lying on me. It's been 4 years now, and I nor my attorneys even know who this lady is, this BOP officer. Don't know her name. I don't know if she's white, black. I don't know what. We haven't been told anything. How does she know Tasha K? did they meet on this planet? How did a disciplinary hearing officer and a blogger meet? Yeah, people will say R. Kelly's just fishing. He's just trying to figure something out to get out of jail. You're damn right, because I'm not supposed to be in here. You don't have to fish, though, with this situation, because there's a search warrant, an affidavit that backs up everything I'm saying. People are just ignoring it, but it exists. It's in the public. It's in the system. It's in black and white that this BOP officer in Tasha K did this. And although the investigation is not fully disclosed, it should be. It was executed by a federal agent, not R. Kelly, not my attorneys, but by a federal agent. It was signed off by a federal judge who would never sign off on a search warrant unless there was enough probable cause to do so. I don't have to lie on anybody. This call is from a federal prison. And I definitely wouldn't be in the BOP, being held by the BOP, detained by the BOP, and on this damn phone lying on the BOP. Besides, it's not that I'm coming against the BOP. I'm coming against this BOP officer. And besides, if I was lying, this phone call would have been disconnected. Okay? It would have been cut off on me. But because I'm telling the truth, it's not. I know I had a very good chance of beating my case. But that chance was stolen from me when this BOP officer decided to illegally steal all my information and share it with government witnesses through Tasha K. And this is according to the OIJ. There was an investigation done, a search warrant done back in 2019, back in 2020, before I even went to court, which means I really shouldn't even went to trial until this investigation was fully investigated. It's because now I'm found guilty, and here I am, looking at all of this information that could have helped me in my case. It could have stopped people from being on the stand that was scorned or mad at me because they saw some illegal contraband shown to them by Tasha K. From this BOP officer stealing it. If I'm not making sense, just leave my ass in here. But I know I'm making sense. And all I want is the full disclosure. I want full disclosure on this investigation. I want to know this lady who stole my information and gave it to Tasha K. I want to know why she did it. I want to know how she met Tasha K. I want to know why they did this to me. I want to know who else is involved. Why? Because you're damn right I want to go home, bro. I want to get my life back. Because nobody deserves this. I don't care if you had a traffic ticket. I don't care what kind of case you have. You have the right to prove your innocence without cheating, without people cheating, without people stealing your information and sharing it with witnesses, kissing witnesses off to come against you. A scorned woman, oh my God, will say anything when she's scorned. Will say anything when she's mad because she's seen some emails between you and another woman. It's like a championship game. Two NBA championship stars about to play one another. That's a high-profile game, and it's the seventh game. Win or go home. And they pull up in their cars at the stadium, and one gets out with the rest. Well, The other one is going to wonder, what the hell is he getting out with the ref for, out of his car? He's going to think in the door that the game is fixed. If that ref ends up later on after that person, that one guy lost, their team lost, and he finds out that that ref...
This call is from a federal prison.
...sharing illegal information with the other team, and it led them to their victory. He's not going to just be able to retire. He's going to get charged and arrested and investigated further to see who else is involved. So they can make sure it never happens again to not only that team, but any other team in the NBA. What's the difference in this ref and this DOP officer? There is no difference, because why? Law is law. Nobody's supposed to be above it. Not you, not me, not this DOP officer, not Tasha K. Nobody. Not even the ones who wrote the law. And I hope somebody hears me. I know God hears me, because he wouldn't have gave me this to say. I have nothing against law enforcement, the government, nobody. But right is right. You can't taint the game. You can't taint the pros. You can't taint a case. You can't taint it. And I know I'm talking too much and going all, but scrambling, I guess. But God bless these people. But this is not right. It's not justice. And I'm only talking because I feel like I'm buried alive. But the good news is that I'm alive, so I'm kicking. And I don't give a damn who digged me up at this point, because I am literally racing against my health now. Not just racing against... All right, man, I'm... That's it.
Okay.
I wanted to end by saying, real quick on Lifetime, as far as Lifetime is concerned, there are real people, real women out here really being abused, really missing. They're really missing. They're really chained up in basements. I've been in here 4 years. I haven't seen one person that was ever chained up in a basement come forth for anything. But I tell you one thing, before Lifetime came out, I was minding my business. I was in the studio. I was working with celebrities. I had tours. But when Lifetime came out, all of that went away. Meaning, before Lifetime came out, I had no charges pending against me. Nobody had went to a radio station or had went to, a police station. It took a year to put together Lifetime. If all of the things they said I did on Lifetime were true, it only take a minute to go to a police station. But when there's a crime committed, you don't go make a movie on it. You go to the police station. Nobody had done that. There was no feds or cops swarming my house and arresting me. There were no charges brought against me. If all these things, man, they done put me out there worse than Lucifer. Not that person, bro. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I'm not that person. And people who have common sense know that. And they don't have to be my fans. It's people that's not even my fans that knows that. I'm done, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate your ears, nothing else. I'm going to be honest, I didn't feel comfortable. But I'm kicking. Look.
It's a storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.